Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today, I'm doing something I never thought I would do. Today, I'm doing a re-review, but not just one, but two. It was the summer of 2021 and something was deep inside my ass. Apparently, I was a real fussy son of a bee that summer. In July of 2021, I gave this whiskey a score of 0.3. And then a month later, in August, George Dickel 8-year Bourbon, not much better, a 4.2. Two of the lowest scores I've ever uttered on this channel. Muttered on this channel. So it's been 3 years and I feel like it's time to revisit these two pours to see if I've changed my attitude or if these two just need to be destroyed in a trash compactor. So without further ado, I think it's time that I do a redo. First up, George Dickel 8-year Bourbon. America. For something to receive a score of 4.2, it must be actually not very good at all. Not my jam. Or maybe I was just having a bad day. Maybe the dryer ate my favorite pair of underpants. Edible strawberry underpants. Hope it enjoyed them. This handcrafted small batch bourbon is richly complex, yeah right, perfectly by time, experience, and true craftsmanship. To create something this special, we use local spring water, choose only our best quality grains, and create our own charcoal from sugar maple for our signature chilled charcoal filtration process. Once distilled, we age our bourbon gracefully in charred oak barrels for 8 years and then blend it to perfection. Well, that's what we call smooth sippin' whiskey. Has nutrition facts on it, so you know that it's nutritious. I did go back to this original video, which I'll post up here, a link right there. I did go back to that video to see the score I gave this, but I didn't re-watch the video. But if I know anything about myself, I'm sure that I mentioned the fact that they say that they age their bourbon gracefully. How gracefully do they age it, I wonder? Is it like ballet? Interpretive dance? Do they age it gracefully, like a bird of prey taking a fish out of water? Or do they age it gracefully like a senior citizen falling down a flight of stairs without breaking their ankle? Things we'll never know. Questions we'll never have answered. I believe that nothing changed about the Tennessee whiskey that they used to make this bourbon, except for the fact that they took the barrels that they most associated with a bourbon flavor profile and blended those together. I would also be interested to see what a brand new bottle of this tastes like in 2024. On the nose, I'm gonna say that I probably scored this a bit too low. I immediately pick up on the Tennessee whiskey profile that vitamin A and D, shout out Bear Grylls, rich in vitamin A and D. A slight orange Flintstone vitamin, has a bit of orange tang note as well on the nose, but then a bit of wafer, like one of those Nutter Butter wafers that isn't in its prime but possibly expired. A 2 to 3 year expired Little Debbie Nutter Butter wafer. Yep, nailed it. A little chocolatey, a little wafery, a little vitamin-y. Do I love the nose of this? George Dickel 8-year Bourbon down the hatch. What's the proof on that? That tastes sub 100 proof. What is it? 90 proof. I was a bit too harsh on this. Is it good? No. Is it making me happy? Possibly. If unhappiness made me happy, then sure. It is a bitter bourbon, a bitter whiskey. It has that Tennessee whiskey profile. I know a lot of reviewers said that it doesn't, but it does. It has a bitter finish, and I can't quite get over it because it's still lingering. This bitter wood tannin finish is still on the back of my tongue, just laying around. Second sip. It is a bit thin, a bit watery. I'm not sure how much this has lost over the course of 2 years, but I would argue that it's not quite enough. It maintains a bit of a peanutty, like a peanut brittle, a bad peanut brittle. It is like peanut brittle and cardboard somehow got forged together with molten vitamins. I know it's going to be the best thing I taste in this video, that's for sure, but do I believe it deserves a score higher than 4.2? Yeah. 5.9. Whatever. Now let's move on to the main event. The one that you all came here for. The one that definitely puts the ick in Dickel. It is George Dickel Tabasco Barrel Finished Smooth Sippin' Whiskey. Tennessee Whiskey. Okay. This was a gift from the wonderful DC, who is a great friend, but also has a sick sense of humor. That son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay, putting it down. Putting it down. All right. All right. Whew. I don't want to smell it yet. This is bringing back bad memories. This is bringing back bad memories. Link to this original video, I'll put it right there. I'll put it up there. Oh my gosh. My body is doing things that my body doesn't normally do when it comes to eating or drinking stuff. If my body could picket and protest, it would be holding up signs saying, don't, 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 don't. But I've already made the decision. My stomach is turning inside out of anger and the anticipation of disgust. George Dickel Tabasco Barrel Finished Smooth Sippin', made with whiskey distilled and charcoal mellowed at Cascade Hollow Distillery, Tullahoma, Tennessee. 70 proof. Tennessee whiskey blended with aged Tabasco pepper mash and the essence of Tabasco brand pepper sauce. What is the essence? How do you blend it with the essence of something? In 1870, George A. Dickel began crafting the best Tennessee whiskey around. My gosh, if he was alive to see this. I have seen this on clearance at stores for as low as $10, which is about 30 bucks too much. A lot of people told me in the previous video's comments that this is not made for sipping. It's made for like making drinks with, or like, you know, stuff like that. My problem with that, which I agree would probably taste better in some sort of a mixture, some sort of a cocktail, like the garbage can and all of your garbage. But nowhere on the label does it say that you should make this into a cocktail, or it doesn't have a cocktail recipe on it. The only thing it does say is it's smooth sippin' whiskey. Smooth sippin'. Therefore, I believe that they want you to sip it. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. But now the dope beats at step two. Step two. Step two. That's Timbaland. All the hairs on my arm are fully erect. They are erect out of fear. Oh man. That smells like you mixed Tabasco sauce with whiskey. The problem is, if you forget that for 1 second while you're smelling it, your brain goes to places you don't want your brain to go to. Like the school bus in 3rd grade, when young John Smith puked everywhere, causing the person next to him to throw up, and the person behind them, and the person next to them and behind them. The domino effect of hurling is what this reminds me of. The 40-minute ride to school after they hit it with that orange sawdust. This smells like it was blended by an elementary school janitor with a terrible sense of humor. By the way, this is going to be a series of videos where I revisit pours that I did not like before. If I didn't already mention that, that's going to be a series on the channel. It's a revisitation of bottles that I didn't like in the past, but deserve a redo, a re-review. And I thought there's no better way to start this series than to taste some of the things I disliked the most. And this being the one I disliked the most. Now that. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank the heavens above. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. That is bad. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, it's making my eyes water. I thought this was going better than before. Oh, my God. That's bad. That is bad. That is bad. That is bad. Bad, 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 bad. That is bad. No. The score, I'm not changing the score, all right? At first, I thought that it lost a little bit of its intensity, that it softened, that it lost a bit of flavor over the past 3 years or whatever since I tasted it last. But that might not be the case. It just came on strong later. Thought it was going to be an easy recip, an easy redo, because there wasn't much flavor up front. It was kind of watery. But then it happened. I said a lot of mean things in the first video, and I didn't really mean them. I called for somebody to get fired. I think I might have called them an idiot. I redacted those comments because I felt like they were unfair and that I don't want anybody to lose their job, which is true. But I sincerely hope whoever put that together got better at their job. Let me know what I should re-review next. I did pull out some bottles that I wasn't fond of, and you might remember some that I don't remember, but Old Tub, I've got a bottle from like 2020 that still remains. Should I revisit Old Tub? Calumet 8, not great, wasn't very fond of that one. Sweeten's Cove, what do you think? What should I re-review next? Which ones do you think I missed the mark on? Or just want to see me retaste just so you can watch my disgusted face. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this first video of the revisiting series that I don't have a name for yet. If you got a name for this series, let me know in the comments below. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on going back to things that you may or may not have liked in the past. Because sometimes you don't like something and you're biased, or like you're having a bad day, or maybe you're just off that day. I don't know. I think that you should revisit things in due time. In due time. This first revisitation of pours that I tasted and disliked befores, I'm gonna go ahead and say kind of reaffirmed my first impressions, but I am glad that I revisited them on this day in August 2024, and they will still remain on my bar for years to come and more. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Subscribe if you're not. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't. I'm out here gonna go wash out my mouth with anything. Literally anything will be better.